Karl, this whole conversation really around business agility and being agile is this idea of continuous improvement, right? It's course corrections on an incremental basis that at the end of the day, that's the process that gets you to where you want to be. And you have a article where you talk about fail fast, fail small to avoid failing big and failing slow. And I just think that's well said. And again, it was a good read, and it mentioned some great points and some great ideas. But why is that? What can you share with our listeners on that point? This idea of just let's fail fast, let's fail small, let's fail frequently. But at the end of the day, that's going to avoid some failing big and failing slow is organizational torture.
Okay, so when America decides to send a man to the moon, they didn't go out and just build a rocket. They went out and did a bunch of experiments to find out what a rocket should be. And then from those experiments, they built a rocket. Now, this is how you build things. You don't go out and just do it and hope it works. You go out and do incremental testing and experimentation on smaller things, smaller components to make sure it works before you try and put them together. And then you test the components you put together to ensure that as a set of components, they work together before you build it onto a bigger and bigger blocks. Now, it's the same true with Agile. One of my favorite sayings is, I don't want to launch out into the deep. I want to launch out into the shallows.
Yeah.
Because if I launch out into the deep, laden in my craft with a strong determination to deliver and then sink, I'm going down with my ship. and I'm probably going to take my client company with me. And that's quite a dramatic change. We need to facilitate small failures. And people are horrified with the idea of failure. The actual word failure is kind of in business world is kind of like bad numbers in China. You can't use the word failure. Yet failure is really, really important.
Yeah.
And I think failure for Agile really comes more from this experimental thinking behavior, which is not a standard business practice. The last, 150 years of business practice show us that we actually are drawn towards leaders who have very strong personalities, who have this real vision and this drive, and they make the reality happen around them, which is wonderful. It's also extraordinarily dangerous and a way to waste utterly billions of dollars on achieving something that should have cost millions.